up in Ohio is a lot different around here. I'd say it seems like in a smaller area with more, I guess less to do. You had a lot more of a community feel to the area. You knew a lot more people in town. You knew everybody that you went to school with and their parents, just due to the fact that we graduated with a lot less people. So I guess just a lot more of a sense of community there. And similar to what I was saying before, with it being a lot more sense of community, Friday night football nights back when I was in my original hometown were like a big deal. Like if it was Friday night, the question was never where are you going tonight. It was what are you doing maybe after the game. But everybody would go to the games. You'd go tailgate beforehand. You'd be talking about going to Taco Bell parking lot afterward. But it was generally just everybody was going to the games. Basketball season, everybody was there. We were dressing up and sitting on the side. So I guess sports were a big part of the hometown atmosphere in Ohio. I wouldn't say initially that I wanted to be a teacher. When I was really young, I always used to say I wanted to be a lawyer, but that's just because every kid says that when they know they like to argue a lot. Eventually, though, I knew in high school that I really liked math, and I knew that that was going to be something that I wanted to go ahead and do, just because I felt comfortable with that subject the most. So I honestly went into high school went into college as just a mathematics major, and then later on I realized I just wanted to actually try and do education, because I was used to tutoring the rest of the kids in school anyway.
Okay.
I'd say early on it was probably family, and not necessarily my own, but my uncle's family. My family never grew up with a whole lot of money, so one of the things that made me want to do better was the fact that I wanted to have more money. And my uncle's family, they had more money since he was a doctor. And they often did act like that they were better than us slightly. So I would say that kind of made me motivated, because they almost had the feeling that their kids were going to do better than my mom's kids would. So I wanted to be able to prove them wrong, so I always wanted to try and outdo my cousins. I never made it outwardly known that was my motivation. It was more of an internal motivation that I kept inside me. It was never like, haha, I'm doing better, or my GPA is higher. It was more of it just internally. That's what drove me. I'd say the number one thing I noticed is definitely my social ability is much higher, and I would say my confidence level is very high. I just feel like ever since, obviously when you're in a classroom for the first time, you get used to public speaking in front of students, and then eventually I started doing a lot of professional developments for teachers, so I became very confident speaking in front of teachers as well. So I'd say that's the biggest change that I see impact on me, is my confidence and my social ability. I definitely say the number one thing I always hear from students is, usually for the first time that they take my math class, it's the first time they've actually either A, understood math, or B, liked math. I contribute that more to bad teachers that they've had in the past that maybe weren't as passionate about it. I feel like when I show the students that it's not as hard as they made it seem out to be the entire time, and I'm more energetic and excited about it, they realize they can break it down and it's not as difficult as it always was, what they thought before. About 3 years back, I guess it was technically 2 years ago, the first year here at St. Charles High School, I got nominated for SMECO Outstanding Math Teacher of the Year. One teacher gets nominated from each of the 7 high schools, and then we each have to create a portfolio together to be able to demonstrate what we've done over years. Well, fortunately, the county has provided me with a lot of chances for development of myself, so I've conducted new teacher orientation, where I go ahead and help out all the incoming math teachers in the county. I do professional developments at the school for other teachers, so I've had a lot of opportunities, so my portfolio did look pretty well, and fortunately that year I went ahead and beat out the other 6 teachers and won the award. Absolutely, 100%. I've told students a million times, I teach like it's a video game. I want the highest scores, and so I think it's mutually beneficial for myself to look good if the students score well, and it's great for you because then you later on in life have way better confidence in math, and we all look awesome. So I definitely always want to compete with other teachers, both at my own school and at other schools. I still keep in touch with teachers back at Thomas Stone, and I'll call right after a unit assessment, want to know what their class average was, so that hopefully mine's better.
Okay, and the next 5 years?
Oh, 5 years. I definitely think at some point I'm going to want to start to be able to actually transition out of the classroom. As much as I do love teaching and making an impact on students, I don't necessarily want to stop because I don't enjoy teaching, but I definitely feel like I'm going to start to want to do something else, just due to maybe the boredom or lack of excitement, want to try and be able to get into something else. So, I mean, if I stay in education, it would definitely be possibly doing something with more curriculum development, maybe something at the board level, being able to try and continue assisting other teachers with instructional items.
So, do you see yourself being, the boss of all teachers?
Boss of all teachers. Well, I would probably assume that position would be the superintendent, and I wouldn't imagine myself to be that high. As much as I would love to be able to have a lot more responsibility, I do know I'm always encumbered by the fact that I have the worst memory in the world. So, I mean, unless I have a secretary to be able to memorize everything for me and tell me my calendar events constantly. But yeah, so I don't know if necessarily I'm willing to be able to do that much, because I do want a family at some point, and I would like to still be able to have a life outside of school, so I don't want my entire life to be my job, but I would like to be able to try other things.
Okay. Anything else?
No, I feel like we're good.
All right. Woohoo!
You guys talked about me having the earrings and a goatee.
Oh yeah.
So, pierced ears, spiked hair, goat. Yeah.
You look so douchey.
I look very different in most of these photos. You're not gonna believe it with me in most of these.
Wow.
Yikes. The dog is cute.
Oh.
Nothing's wrong with my grandma? There was last year. I already showed you guys this at the beginning of the year. In case you remember, that was when I had the giant beard from last year.
Why did you decide to cut it?
Because it was summer and it was hot. There was like a whole family of squirrels in there. Eviction notice, yeah. Here was me when I had regular looking facial hair and hair in college. Regular looking.
Miller, you don't want to criticize people. Yikes.
When I tried to go bald,
Oh yeah.
bald wasn't a good
Turn
look.
up person.
You had Thomas Stone shirt?
Well, I taught at Thomastown. So this was my first year teaching down at Thomastown after college. I did Spirit Week. I went ahead and shaved my head into a mohawk. Spray painted it blue for Spirit Day.
You're almost a deer. Yeah.
As you can see, I had the chin strap for far too long. That's a real deer.
Oh, that's cute.
That's crazy. It's a real deer. We walked right up into the O'Leary's yard, and we just like tried to start feeding it like lettuce and stuff, which was completely domesticated. Here's the time we thought we met Kid Rock. It wasn't Kid Rock, but it looks like him, doesn't it?
Which one?
I don't know. Some drunk guy at the bar. But he's not Kid Rock.
Some drunk guy at the bar.
There's me when I was a little kid.
Which one? Where?
You have long hair. Not really.
Me as a little kid.
Dang.
It looks like my mom literally put a bowl on my head and just shaved. It's like, yeah, that's good. We're gonna call it a day. Me when I got married. I
Aww.
love making fun of this photo though, because look how creepy my friend looks right here in the back. He's like, so like, I mean, all of them got like super weird looks.
Even that woman.
What is she eating? What is she eating?
Yeah, what's that? Training bubbles. This is when we met you guys ever heard of Michael Simon, the chef? My Jeannie's uncle is like good friends with him. So, Michael Simon is a chef. Jeannie, my wife.
All right.
So, yeah. That's all I added onto there.
Would you like any camera time?
But I was very different. I always had short hair like a year ago. Longest my hair.
Shaniqua.
You got me in the video.
All right. Take 3.